entrepreneur.
Yes.
All right, amazing. And of course, there is another thing other than the jacket that I inherited from you on the show, and that is
the mustache.
Wow. Not quite. It's a good one. No, of course, it is the iconic Isaac point. Even today, my mom was saying, I almost can't even say Ted, not even Isaac, without trying to do the point. And it is so iconically woven together with your character. Please tell me the story. Where did this come from?
Okay, this was an ad-lib. So if you ever, do they have the thing to show? This was a total ad-lib. Do we have it? I thought they had it. They don't have it. Okay. So here's the deal. If you remember our show, in the opening of the show, you would see Gavin standing, you'd see Doc, you'd see Gopher. We all did these opening numbers where you would see us. And they would say, your favorite bartender, Ted Lange. Okay? So, we were going to shoot this thing, and they had a miniature bar on the deck with the ocean behind me. And yes, it was like that. So I'm standing there behind the bar, and I said, what are we doing? So we're just going to get you standing there. And they started rolling the camera. And I said, but I don't, actors, what is my motivation? Why am I here? What's going on? And the producer, he was a guy named Henry Coleman. He says, think about your check. That's where I came from.
That's the motivation.
That's the motivation. And then later on, I forgot that I did one hand, and we did it like 3 years later, a new one. And so then I did two hands. I knew I did it, but I didn't realize I didn't do both hands. So the second one, I did both hands.
It evolved.
It evolved.
All right, well, I think you've got to...
And so did the money.
So please, I know there is a specific technique here, even though it began very organically. Please, would you teach me?
Oh, yes. Let me just show you how to do it.
Right.
Because some people do like this. Some people go, Isaac. No, that's not it. Isaac. No. My thumbs up? No. It's this. It's the dropping of a gun.
Hey.
Okay, let's see everybody try it. Yes, very good. That's the Isaac point. Okay?
Thumbs in.
Thumbs in.
Okay.
Thumbs in. Okay? Now you're all hip.
Amazing. Oh, so iconic. Is there anything else that is an iconic part of your character that was really you? That what else was Ted and not Isaac? Where is the line there?
Well, it's very interesting. I was talking a little bit about this earlier this morning, is that the guy that came before me was kind of a grumpy guy. Mm-hmm. And and my whole thing was, why would you want to sit down with a grumpy bartender? So I thought that the guy should kind of try to charm the passengers. And part of that was smiling. And so when you came to the bar, I said, hey, how you doing? What's the problem? And then I would lean in and listen. So that was me. I did another series called That's My Mama. Okay?
Okay.
That's My Mama. I played a character named Junior. And in that, the formula for the show was the lead characters, a barber and a postman, would get into trouble. Then they would, before the first big commercial, they'd get out of the trouble. Like 15 minutes into the show, they'd get out of trouble. And then my character would come in and say, hey, you remember that trouble you got into? And they go, yeah. I said, and you guys think you got out? They said, yeah, we did get out. I go, no, here's what's really happening now. And so I would complicate it. And so what my deal was to say, ooh wee, I got it, and I got to report it. And meaning, I've got to give you this information. So, what I would do is, I'd come up to the barbershop door, I'd open the door, and I'd say, hello! Ooh-wee! I got it, and I got to report it. So,
Amazing.
that's what I did. And so when I did that, when we were off camera, the producer said, hey, how come you don't smile? I said, well, he's a street kid. What are you talking about? He said, no, you got this great smile. We'd like you to use it.
It's the truth.
Yeah, well,
How did you not?
I didn't know. I said, well, I'm doing a character here, and this character is trying to get the news out. And then when I got to do Love Boat, I just smiled, and that took off. So that became a part of Isaac.
It worked for you, and that's great life advice. Just keep smiling.
Keep smiling, baby.
Wow, that is great.
That's the
I
thing.
love that. Yeah. All right. Well, I know we're all here for a happy hour, and even though you took a bartending course,
Yes.
I think you have done a lot of amazing entertaining today. We have a real princess bartender that we are going to bring out. Let's welcome Carmen.
Carmen!
Hello. Welcome. All right, Carmen, you've got something to show us.
Yeah.
And I
Are
believe
you
I'm
ready?
standing next to it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
What is this drink called,
This is
Carmen?
what we call ISAP 2.0.
Okay, so let's go back here,
Here you go.
Yes.
and you stand on this side, and I'll
All right,
get on
perfect.
this side,
I love it.
and we'll watch Carmen make the Isaac cocktail.
Hey, that
Are you good? Yeah. So to represent the Caribbean, we're gonna use our white Bacardi rum. So we're gonna have 1 ounce of our white rum, as you can see. And pour it.
Now this is 2.0.
was good. Yeah.
That means
Yeah.
it's changed, right, from the
And we're gonna
very...
use more ingredients in that.
Okay.
And then we use all fresh ingredients as well. So now, the next ingredients, we're gonna have our Malibu rum. So we're gonna put our Malibu rum, 3/4 of this. Here you go.
Okay.
If you want to see the 1.0, you go to YouTube, type in my name, Ted Lange, and then Isaac Cocktail, and it'll show you the original cocktail. This is different. This is a little more fancy.
Ooh la la. Yes.
So we're gonna use 1/2 ounce of our fresh lime juice the whole night. I'm squeezing this lime juice. Here you go. And of course, we're gonna add on our fresh pineapple juice as well.
All right.
It's yummy, yummy, yummy.
Yummy, yummy. All right.
And of course, to add a little bit color to our cocktail, we're gonna add our grenadine.
Yes, the iconic color. Of course.
Hanukkah.
Of course, the Isaac has to be red.
Go.
Yes.
1.0 and 2.0.
For the jacket. Red for the jacket.
Then we're gonna add in our Boston glass and ice. Here you go. And it's time for us to show it.
Ooh.
Shake it.
You got it, girl.
Are you ready? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Can you see it? Here you go. We add some ice in our old-fashioned glass.
All right.
And then we garnish this with our fresh pineapple.
Ah.
Okay, there we go.
Oops, give me a second. Let me just remove this.
Yeah, heavy on the ice.
Yes.
That'd be
Very nice.
yeah.
Mhm.
heavy on the ice. No, we put heavy on alcohol.
Yeah.
We're on vacation, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we got more later. So we're gonna put this one strange up. Maybe here, so you can see. There you go, beautiful.
Oh, there you go.
Beautiful.
Beautiful color. And of course, we garnish that with our fresh pineapple cup. And our lime, fresh one. There you go. And of course, last but not the least, our mint leaves.
Yummy.
So we just gonna
Find the perfect mint leaf.
I did.
Your namesake.
So express this, the edge of the rim, over of the rim. As what they said, 80% of what you smell is what you taste.
All right.
There you go. We put it there. Cheers, salute. I got 2.2.
Cheers to you. You are the pro, Carmen.
Then I'm gonna
Fabulous.
make one more.
And while you're making more, I have another question for you, Ted.
Yes.
Since you learned how to bartend at one point, and being an actor and being, into your activities, did you ever make your own drinks on set? And what happened to the drinks that might have been there?
Oh, we couldn't make drinks on set because we would have some actors that would come on the set, and if we had real alcohol, that was the end of the scene. They were done. And we had a guy named David Wayne. Do you know who David Wayne is? He's a Broadway actor. David Wayne was in Finian's Rainbow, and he was Ensign Pulver in Mr. Roberts on Broadway. And we had a Chinese restaurant down the street, down the block, and across the street from where we filmed on the lot in Hollywood. And it was a Chinese restaurant, but they had a very nice bar in there. So they would say, lunch, and David Wayne would leave, go out down the street, across to this Chinese restaurant. If you see LA Confidential, that restaurant is in the movie LA Confidential, this Chinese restaurant. David Wayne would go there, and he'd come back after lunch, and he could not see straight, remember anything. He was rocking and he was rolling. So we couldn't use real alcohol. But I will tell you this, Forrest Tucker, do you know Forrest Tucker? Forrest Tucker's would come on the set, and he brought his daughter, and his daughter would have a styrofoam cup, like a little styrofoam cup, and there was 2 fingers of whiskey in the styrofoam cup. So Forrest would walk around and say, hey Ted, how you doing? Let me tell you this Hollywood story of mine, and da-da-da, and he'd sip. And then I met so-and-so and such for Carlo Montalban and I. We were good friends. We did a movie. So this guy was drinking all morning long. 8 o'clock in the morning, he was drinking from the styrofoam cup, and they said, okay, we're ready to shoot the scene. And he'd go, give it to his daughter, and we'd go shoot the scene. Never missed a line, never flubbed, nothing. He was stone cold right in it. And then they say, okay, cut, print. He'd do like this, his daughter, the cup in his hand, he'd say, so. And then there was this time, all day long. It was amazing to see. All day long, Forrest Tucker was knocking him back, but it never bothered him. But that was unusual. That was very, very unusual. So, but we had so much fun because a lot of the celebrities that were on the show were heroes that we grew up with. So Fred Grandy and I started a club called the Goldwyn Club. And so we would go up to the old timers that had been around a long time and we say, we want to take you to lunch. And they go, what do you mean? Well, Fred and I want to take you to lunch. What's the catch? No catch, just want to take you to lunch. And we had a little book called the Goldwyn book. And what we did is there was a restaurant called the Gardenia. If you ever see that, it's on Santa Monica, another block down from the Chinese restaurant. We take them to the Gardenia. We'd sit down and we'd say, so we did a guy named Jack Guilford. And so he said, what was Zero Mostel like? And he looked at us, he said, oh, you want stories. And we go, yeah. He said, I'll tell you a story. There was a little girl, 17 years old, black girl. Her mother came to me and said, does my daughter have talent? And I said, I don't know. Well, Mr. Guilford, would you come see my daughter? She's dancing at the Cotton Club, and she's in the chorus. Would you come see my daughter dance? Because she says she wants to go in the show business. And so he went to the Cotton Club, saw this young girl dancing in the chorus. And he goes to the mother and he says, you know, I think your daughter has talent. I think she's got a good shot. What's her name? Well, her name is Helena Horn. And Fred and I were like, oh, wow. So we were getting stories all the time from the older Hollywood actors. Oh, the drinks are done.
Magic.
Okay.
Right.
Jody, come on out here.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna
waiting
get
in the wings for this very moment. So.
I want to get you south. I want to see if you're David Wayne or Forrest Tucker. That's what I want to know. So, to the cruise, to Love Boat, to 70s television.
Yeah.
And to bartenders. Very
And to reruns.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are not gonna let us drink here by ourselves because you know what? We want all of you to have a little taster, so we have got some tasters coming around here. Our very own Isaac, and ladies and gentlemen, did you have some fun today? Our wonderful last up, we have got three bartenders here on board. Ladies and gentlemen, Ted Lange, we've got Ezra Freeman, and of course, our beautiful good spirits, Carmen, as well.
Thank you.
Fred, we see you in the corner there. Do you want to come and have a
Fred
drink?
Grandy!
Here we go. Hold on. I'm going to give you the sparkly one.
At the risk of being the skunk at the family picnic, I have known this gentleman for the better part of 50 years. I have never seen him make a drink. I've seen him pull one out from under the counter. I've seen him drink a drink. I've seen him talk to real bartenders. But I never seen him make a drink. Now, we know that he has a degree from a bartending school, which...
Columbia Bartending.
Yeah, it's now a body shop in Tijuana, but I would just like to know.
I told him about our lunch with Jack Guilford.
No,
Did you hear? Oh, yeah, okay.
But I just want to ask you, as my friend, my longtime colleague, and an inveterate liar like both of us,
Yes.
do you know the difference between a classic Manhattan and a perfect Manhattan?
Oh, yes.
Does he know this, ladies and gentlemen? Yes. You think he does? Yes. Let's find out right now.
Wait, how many people think I know it? see that?
Yeah, I raised my
Yeah,
hand.
yeah. How many people don't think I have a clue? Okay, what's your name, sir? Yes? Brian? Yes. Okay, Brian wins the prize. I have no idea.
You know, what? You know, don't you?
He knows. He just
Yes.
Right to
She knows.
pretend,
Come down, Carmen.
he knows.
Carmen, come down.
You honestly,
Tell this gentleman.
I know the difference.
What's the
The
difference?
difference is, in a classic Manhattan, you use sweet vermouth, right, Carmen?
Yes,
And you
correct.
usually have a couple of cherries.
Yes, correct.
In a perfect Manhattan, you use sweet and dry vermouth with either rye or bourbon, and you usually, I mean, I prefer with an orange peel. Am I correct?
Yes, correct.
But you're an
You have just
alcoholic.
wasted 45 minutes of your life.
Sir,
I carried this guy back to his cabin on many cruises. And I would call him David Wayne. Come on, David, you'll be all right.
This is getting out of hand. It's becoming another one of those situations we had on the stage with Bernie's love life. Okay, gentlemen, can I just say it has been an absolute honor being able to watching you two interact. I think we could possibly stay here the entire evening, and seeing Fred with a sparkly microphone has probably been the highlight of my. But ladies and gentlemen, we do have, before you gentlemen leave, we do have 4 very special cocktails available for this cruise. Of course, we've got the Isaac, we've got the Duck, we have the, for anybody who doesn't drink alcohol, we do have a Vicky's mocktail. And then we've got the Gopher and Julie
Wedding.
This is a revised cocktail. The original Julian Gopher's Wedding was a cocktail onion and a maraschino cherry in an empty glass. But that's not going to work for this. So,
Wait, let me tell you this. Where the Isaac came from, we were sitting with some Princess executives. It was Fred, myself, and a Princess executive. And Fred said to him, you know, you're wasting an opportunity here. And the guy goes, well, what do you mean? He says, well, you got this guy that's a bartender on your show. Every day there's reruns, and you're not utilizing who he was on the Love Boat. He says, well, utilizing? What are you talking about, Fred? He said, Isaac cocktail. So it came from here, this gentleman right here. And then they went through some bartenders, invented the drink, and now we got the Isaac 2.0. No, I just said white rum. Okay. I said, well, what's your, I said, well, if it's Caribbean white rum. And then, but they came up with a thing. But it came from Fred. And that's how it is. You know, we have this relationship where we promote each other all the time. We just did a play together in Dexter, Michigan with Jill Whelan. And it was called I'm Not Rappaport. Sold out houses, wonderful reviews, and great performances. So the beauty of this show is that we were total strangers when we met, and we've been lifelong friends for 50 years.
Ladies and gentlemen, the joy of being here live on stage with these absolute legends, and of course having our 2 beautiful ladies here as well. But gentlemen, we do need to wrap things up because I think we will be here until Boston, which we would absolutely love. We would absolutely love. But ladies and gentlemen, please can we have an incredible round of applause. We have got our incredible Ted Lange. We've got Fred Petty as well joining us for a little bit of fun stories here. Of course, Carmen and Ezra. Ladies and gentlemen, have yourselves a phenomenal